Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening to the learners
Good evening, sir.
to MHI-2 class.
Yes.
This paper is what is that? Modern world. Modern world.
Yes, sir.
Do you know what is why this paper is being what ascribed as your modern world? Can we start in both simultaneously in both language, Odia and English? Hello,
Both.
both.
Yeah.
Conventionally, whenever we are talking history, ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଇତିହାସ କଥା କହୁଛୁ ଇତିହାସଟା ଆମେ ଜେନେରାଲି ତିନି ଭାଗରେ ବିଭକ୍ତ କରିଛୁ ପିରିୟଡ ହିସାବରେ ଗୋଟେ ଏନସିଏଣ୍ଟ medieval ଆଉ modern just like we are having in India it applies to your European continent also even Europe history or world history so in this regard we have already seen that the middle period medieval period do you know medieval period in Odia कौन कुआଯାଏ मिडिल पीरियड को मध्य युग बोली आमे जाहाकू कहो हेलो आर यू लिसनिंग both Sumita and
Yes.
Mamata
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
usually you see whether it is India or even world also the middle period is usually being ascribed by the scholars earlier এটা আগରୁ ଐତିହାସିକ ମାନେ କହୁଥିଲେ ଯେ ଏଟାକୁ ଡାର୍କ ପିରିୟଡ ବୋଲିକିରି କହୁଥିଲେ କୋଉଟା ମିଡିଲ ପିରିୟଡ ଟା ମାନେ medieval period ଯେମିତି ଆମେ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆରେ we are having its two parts early medieval and late medieval and it can be applied in case of your in world context also and in that regard ancient period you might have seen that river valley civilizations. Have you heard of it? Already it is in the paper one. Do you know? Hello? Hello?
Yes,
Yes.
sir. Yes,
ଆମେ
sir.
ଯୋଉଟା କହୁଛୁ ancient period ରେ world civilization which are the famous world civilizations? Which are the famous world civilizations?
Indus
ନଦୀ
Valley
ସଭ୍ୟତା ଆମେ
civilization.
ଯୋଉଟା କହୁଛୁ hello
In this
Yes, sir.
civilization,
Indus Valley
ଆମେ ହଁ
civilization.
Egyptian very good then others are
Indus Valley.
uh, mm,
yeah then
Mesopotamia.
yeah
Harpa.
China.
so all these river valley all river valley your civilizations are very much famous throughout the world history. But especially with regard to European continent, have you heard of Greek civilization? Greek civilization. That Greek civilization was so famous that Greece was always an encouraging civilization and culture throughout the European world. Even it inspired the other parts of the world also. In that regard, in ancient period, ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟା କି ପ୍ରାଚୀନ ଆମେ ପ୍ରାଚୀନ ସମୟରେ ଯୋଉଟା ଆମେ କହୁଛୁ ଯେ throughout world ରେ ଯେ that was the golden period. But when we venture into the medieval period, ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଯୁଗକୁ ଆସୁଛୁ, you might have ଜାଣିଥିବ ତୁମେ ଯେ feudalism ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଇଥିଲା. Have you known it? Feudalism କଣ ଜାଣିଛ କି?
Yes.
जो feudalism ଟା ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଲା ସେ feudalism ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଲା ପରେ ପରେ there was a sudden decline in the civilization and culture of the European world or you can say in world history not only in Europe but also in India also, we have seen the so-called feudalism, but European federalism, किंबा आम जोटा कि वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री पढ़ा जहाँ मुख्यतः कहुई जे सही फ्यूडालिज्म टा आरंभ हेबा परे परे there was a sudden decline in the civilization and culture. No more there was learning, no more other things. So that period, medieval period, is being ascribed by some scholars as the period of your darkness. Darkness बोलिकरी किसी ऐतिहासिक कहले किंतु from 19th century onwards से जिनसटा that was a that connotation which they called it a dark period, that is usually not a dark period. ଆମେ ସବୁବେଳେ ଭାରତରେ ବି ଆମେ ଭାରତ ଇତିହାସକୁ ଆସିଲେ ବି ଆମେ ସେଇ ଜିନିଷଟା କହୁ ଯେ ମଧ୍ୟ ଯୁଗଟାରେ ଅନ୍ଧକାରର ଯୁଗ ଥିଲା ବୋଲିକି. when the scholars started searching bits and pieces of that time, ସେହି ସମୟରେ ଜଣା ପଡ଼ିଲା ଯେ there was progress, there was little bit progress. So when we venture into this paper modern world, ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ modern world କଥା କହୁଛୁ, before that there was the period of so called darkness and so called progress was not so smooth or not so fast. Are you catching me? बुझी होची?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then directly when we are coming into the term called modern, ଆମେ modern ବୋଲି କେମିତିଆ କହୁଛୁ? With the emergence of Renaissance in Europe, we used to say that modern period starts there. But before the emergence of your Renaissance, ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟା କି Renaissance ବୋଲିକି କହୁଛୁ, ନବଜାଗରଣ କହୁଛୁ, revival of learning କହୁଛୁ, revival of classics କହୁଛୁ, before that there was a transition period. ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟାକୁ dark age ବୋଲିକି କହୁଥିଲା, even ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟା Renaissance ବୋଲିକି କହୁଛୁ, ଏଟା the period evolved through different periods of time. It evolved through nearly 400 years, more than 350 years to 400 years. So this Renaissance, when it started or when it made its beginning from Italy, usually we ascribe or usually we use the word called modern. Modern in the sense that Renaissance started, and before Renaissance, what was the condition in Europe? There was progress, but little bit progress. Feudalism was there. That there was second page of your feudalism. आम feudalism जोटा Europe structure रे कहूछु सेटा दी गोटा early made गोटा first page, then second page. How Renaissance aguru second page of feudalism was going on. So सही समय रे during that time religion dominated everything. Religion was the center of every activity. So because of this, the mindset of the people, ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟା କହୁଛୁ ଆମର ଚିନ୍ତାଧାରା, ଆମର କୌଣସି ମସ୍ତିଷ୍କର କୌଣସି ଅଗ୍ରଗତି, ତା ମାନେ ଜିନିଷଟା the people were having blind beliefs and superstitions. ସେମାନଙ୍କର ସବୁ ଜିନିଷଟା blind beliefs ଉପରେ ଥିଲା, superstitions ଉପରେ ଥିଲା. ତ ସେ ହିସାବରେ when we reached to the stage of your Renaissance, there was a new turn around. And the people, ଆମେ ଯାହାକୁ ଆମେ କହୁଛୁ ଯେ ସେମାନେ ଅନ୍ଧବିଶ୍ୱାସରେ ଥିଲେ. In economic field, there was no such substantial progress. Economy रे ଆମେ ଯଦି ଦେଖିବା ଅର୍ଥନୀତି ଯୋଉଟା actually second page ରେ କିଛି ମାତ୍ରାରେ economy develop କଲା, କିନ୍ତୁ ସେହି ପ୍ରକାରେ ନୁହେଁ ଯୋଉ ପ୍ରକାରେ ଆଶା କରାଯାଏ. କିନ୍ତୁ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ sure ଯେ ଆମେ when we march from one period to another period, one century to another century, there is little bit progress. Progress ଥିଲା କିନ୍ତୁ ଆଖି ଦୁସିଆ progress ନଥିଲା. With regard to society, society was being dominated by the feudal class, or there is the beginning of at that time the capitalist structure also. So before Renaissance, there were a lots of obstacles. There were a lot of problems. So when Renaissance emerged, there was a change. And don't think that Renaissance completely changed the earlier structure. Yes, it changed, but in bits and pieces. धीरे धीरे जो रेनासा आमे कहूचु नवजागरण कहूचु से नवजागरण जो आरंभ हैला ता द्वारा चिंताधारा रे परिवर्तन हैला धीरे धीरे आरंभ हैला जेतेबेले धीरे धीरे आरंभ हैला when we reach to the 16th century आमे जेतेबेले 16th century को आसुचु already the renaissance spread to different parts of your European continent and especially to the Western Europe. आमे जो नवजागरण कहूचु नवजागरण एमतिया नुहे जे it developed in Italy and it was confined to Italy, or it developed in one day or in a century or in 2 centuries. No, it covered a span of 350 years. So during these 350 years, whatever developments, whatever progress was being made, that total is being accounted to your Renaissance, Navajagarana. And this Renaissance is witnessed in different walks of life, starting from art to science. Are you getting me? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting it very clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
अच्छा मु गोटे कथा पचारबी जे हम मॉडर्न पीरियड टा केमती आरंभ हला हम जो मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड टा पढुछु इन व्हाट वे इट स्टार्टेड इन व्हाट वे इट स्टार्टेड हम मॉडर्न कथा कहूछु यूजुअली हम हिस्ट्री रे तीनटा पीरियड देखुछु एंशिएंट पीरियड मेडिएवल पीरियड और मॉडर्न पीरियड किंतु मॉडर्न पीरियड आगरो को पीरियड थिला मेडिएवल पीरियड थिला मेडिएवल पीरियड को आगरो कोन कहा होतला इट वाज ए पीरियड ऑफ योर डार्कनेस किंतु सेही जिनसटार परिवर्तन हला जेतबला 19th एंड 20th सेंचुरी रे हिस्टोरियन माने सेही जिनसट किछि परिवर्तन करे नो दैट वाज नॉट ए पीरियड ऑफ डार्कनेस रादर दैट वाज ए पीरियड ऑफ चेंज एंड कंटिन्यूटी हमर इग्नोर देखियो जे कोर्स रे कंटेंट रे जहा अछि दीटा जिंस मुख्यतः था चेंज ऑफ कंटिन्यूटी एंड दिस इज द लाइफलाइन ऑफ योर हिस्ट्री हमें जो हिस्ट्री टा पढुछु इग्नोर एक्चुअली हैव यू गॉन थ्रू द मटेरियल्स पढिছো कि MHI-2 कि MHI-1 हेलो आगरो बही पढिছো कि बुझी होउची बुझी होउची बुझी होउची कि हां
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
लैंग्वेज कैच करी होउची
सर होउची टिके टिके
होउची ना किछ प्रॉब्लम रहउची
आज्ञा
को जगह रे प्रॉब्लम रहउची
सर होउची जे धीरे धीरे होउची आ
ना सर बुझी होउची
सर हां होउची किंतु माने बुझी होउची बे
ना मो गोटे एडवाइस हला आई एम इन दिस फील्ड फॉर लास्ट 20 इयर्स हम एटा मॉडर्न वर्ल्ड आरंभ करिछु आ हम डायरेक्टली जदी मटेरियल को जीवा डायरेक्ट if we will go directly to the material we will fail to understand what is the gist but it is beautifully written it is written by skilled persons and very eminent historians also kintu ଆମେ ଏଇ ଜିନିଷ ପଢିବା ଆଗରୁ ୟୁରୋପିଆନ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରି ବହି ଯାହା ପାଖରେ ଅଛି ସେଟା ଟିକେ ଆଗରୁ ପଢିଦେଲେ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଭଲ ହବ। କାରଣ ଏଟା ରେନାସାଁ ଯୋଉ ହିସାବରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି ଆକ୍ଚୁଆଲି ଫାଷ୍ଟ ୟୁନିଟ ଟା କଣ ରେନାସାଁ ଉପରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି।
Yes,
ତା
sir.
ଆଡୁ ସାଉଣ୍ଡ ଟା ଆସୁଛି। ହେଲୋ ସେ ମ୍ୟୁଟ କରିଦିଅନ୍ତୁ। ଆମେ ମନେ କରାଯାଉ MHI-2 ଆରମ୍ଭ କଲା। କରିବା ଆଗରୁ ଆମେ ମେଟେରିଆଲ କୁ ଯିବା ଆଗରୁ ୟୁରୋପ ହିଷ୍ଟ୍ରିର କଣ୍ଟେଣ୍ଟ ଯୋଉଟା ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ହଉଛି ରେନାସାଁ ରୁ ମଡର୍ଣ୍ଣ ପିରିୟଡ ଟା ତ ରେନାସାଁ ସେ ବହିରୁ ପଢି ଦେଇକିରି ଏଇଠି ପଢିଗଲେ it will be very well digested. Otherwise ଏଥିରେ ଯୋଉ ହିସାବରେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି the way it is being written it will quite difficult for you. Am I right? ମୁଁ ଠିକ କହୁଛି ନା? ହ୍ୟାଲୋ।
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
କୌଣସି ବି ବହି that may be in Odia, that may be in English or any good author's book, you can get it. ସେଟା ପଢିଦିଅ ତାପରେ ଏଠିକୁ ଆସିଲେ ବହୁତ ଇଜିଲି you can grasp it. ନହେଲେ ପ୍ରୋବ୍ଲେମ ଟା କଣ ଯେ ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟା ଫାଷ୍ଟ ରେ ଦିଆ ହେଇଛି କଣ ଦିଆ ହେଇଛି ରେନାସାଁ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ହେଲା। ରେନାସାଁ ଷ୍ଟାର୍ଟ ହେଲା ପରେ ଗୁଡାଏ ଜିନିଷ ଏମିତିଆ କରିକି ସେ ଭିତରେ ଟିକେ ଇଏ କରି ଦେଇଛି ପଜଲ କରିକିରି ତା ବୁଝିବାଟା କିନ୍ତୁ ସେଇଟା ଆଗରୁ ପଢି ଦେଇଥିଲେ it will be very well digested by you. So get a book on that. Now let us continue our discussion. ଆମେ ପଢୁଥିଲୁ ରେନାସାଁ। ଆଚ୍ଛା, you might have read Renaissance in your earlier career also. ଆଗରୁ ପଢିଥିବ। ହ୍ୟାଲୋ, ଆଗରୁ ରେନାସାଁ ବାବଦରେ ପଢିଛ?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
ଆଉ କଣ ପଢିଛ? ନବଜାଗରଣ ଯୋଉଟା ହେଲା in which areas there was the impact? କୋଉଥିରେ ଆମେ ଇମ୍ପାକ୍ଟ ଫିଲ୍ କଲା? ମୁଁ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରୁଛି ଆର୍ଟ ରେ। ଆଚ୍ଛା, ଆର୍ଟ ରେ କିଏ ଥିଲେ? Who were there? Hello, anybody? You might have heard the name of your Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, Raphael, all these people. In the field of literature, starting from
Rousseau.
କାଠୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହବ literature? Hello, anyone?
Rousseau.
Rousseau, yes, Rousseau. Then others?
Montesquieu.
Max, sir.
Yes. Yeah,
Voltaire.
yeah. Then from the earlier segment ଆଗରୁ ତା
Montesquieu.
ଆଗରୁ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଆଗକୁ ଗଲେ ଆମେ ଆରମ୍ଭ କରିବାନି ରୋଜର ବେକନ। ତାମାନେ actually 13th-14th century ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଇଛି and it was being culminated in the 18th century also. ଆମେ କାହା କଥା ମଣ୍ଟେସ୍କ୍ୟୁ ଭୋଲ୍ଟେୟାର କଥା ଯୋଉ ରୁଷୋ କଥା କୁହା ହଉଛି ସେଟା 18th century ରେ। That was the new version of your Renaissance. So when Renaissance started, କୋଉ ଜାଗାରୁ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଇଛି Renaissance? It started from Italy. It started from Italy. Why it started from Italy? Not in other your countries of your Western Europe, because there was economic prosperity in your Italy. There was economic prosperity in Italy. That's why it started from Italy. And trade and commerce from the Mediterranean world to the Atlantic world, whatever trade and commerce was being transacted, your Italy was the middleman. সেই জায়গাରୁ আরম্ভ হবার কারণ আমার each and every factor is being influenced by the economic factor. So from Italy when it started, it spread to different parts of Europe. And when it declined in Italy, ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଲା ପରେ ଯୋଉ ହିସାବରେ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଲା ଆଉ ସେଠି ନବଜାଗରଣଟା ସୃଷ୍ଟି ହେଲା, the echo of Renaissance spread to different parts of your Western Europe. ତାପରେ to other European countries it spread. So point is that it started from Italy and spread to different parts of your Europe. Then let's start. What was the impact and in what way it changed the mindset of the people? Agro, before the emergence of Renaissance, people were thinking that God was everything. ଲୋକମାନେ କଣ ଭାବୁଥିଲେ ଯେ religion was the vital factor or God, the center, in the middle of the center there was your God and God monopolized everything. But with the emergence of new ideas, a new change in the mindset developed in the minds of your people. ଯେତେବେଳେ ରେନାସାଁ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଲା, ଯୋଉ ଚିନ୍ତାଧାରା ଆଗରୁ ଥିଲା ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ସେଟା ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ ହେବା ଲାଗିଲା। କୋଉ ହିସାବରେ ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ ହେଲା ଯେ ଆଗରୁ ଲୋକ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରୁଥିଲେ, ତା ଉପରେ ବିଶ୍ୱାସ କରୁଥିଲେ, they believed especially in religion and religion dominated each and every aspect of the state. ସେହି ଜିନିଷଟା ଧୀରେ ଧୀରେ ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ ହେବା ଲାଗିଲା। ଯେତେବେଳେ ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ ହେଲା, ନୂଆ ଚିନ୍ତାଧାରା ସୃଷ୍ଟି ହେଲା, and when new thought came out, new progress also being highlighted. So from this Renaissance, we came to know about the progress in different walks of life, starting from literature to science. And don't think that it was confined to 20 years, 50 years, or 100 years, but it covered a span of 350 years. So, Renaissance was the vital factor behind the emergence of the modern period in the world, or that paper which is known as your modern world, it starts with your Renaissance. Are you getting me? Is there any difficulty in understanding? Hello?
No, sir.
No, sir.
ବୁଝି ହଉଛି ତ?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Then ରେନାସାଁ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଲା ପରେ ନେକ୍ସଟ ଜିନିଷ କଣ ଦିଆ ହେଇଛି? ହ୍ୟୁମାନିଜିମ ବୋଲିକିରି ଗୋଟେ ଲେଖା ହେଇଥିବ। ହ୍ୟାଲୋ, ବହି ପାଖରେ ଅଛି? ମେଟେରିଆଲ ଅଛି
Yes,
ନା
sir.
ପାଖରେ?
Yes, sir.
ତାପରେ କଣ ଲେଉଟେଇଲ କଣ ଅଛି? ତାପରେ ହ୍ୟୁମାନିଜିମ ଅଛି ନା?
Yes, sir.
What is that humanism? Hello? Humanism means ଆମର ଯୋଉ ମନୁଷ୍ୟ ପ୍ରବୃତ୍ତି, ମନୁଷ୍ୟ କେନ୍ଦ୍ରିକ। ଆଚ୍ଛା, just before that I was talking to you about the earlier characteristics. ଯେ religion, blind belief, superstitions ଏଟା ସମସ୍ତଙ୍କର ମାଇଣ୍ଡ କୁ ପରବେଡ କରୁଥିଲା, କିନ୍ତୁ ରେନାସାଁ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେବା ପରେ ଯୋଉ ଚିନ୍ତାଧାରାରେ ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ ହେଲା, the first and foremost effect was on humanism. ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟାକି ହ୍ୟୁମାନିଜିମ ବୋଲିକିରି କହିଲୁ। ହ୍ୟୁମାନିଜିମ ମାନେ people started forgetting church and God. ଯେ ଆମ ଲାଇଫରେ ଖାଲି ଗଡ ଆଉ ଚର୍ଚ୍ଚ ବୋଲିକିରି ଯୋଉ ଆଗରୁ ଥିଲା, now the idea changed and the center of activities was your main. ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟା କହୁଛୁ ଯେ ମାନବ ସଭ୍ୟତା, କିନ୍ତୁ ନବଜାଗରଣ ପୂର୍ବରୁ ସେଇ ମାନବ ସଭ୍ୟତା କଥା କୁହାଯାଉ ନଥିଲା and each and everything was being dominated by religion and in religion due to religion your blind beliefs and superstitions pervaded the mindset of the people. It rotten the mindset of the people. मनुष्य को पूरा पंगु कर देइथिला किंतु नया चिंताधारा रे जो परिवर्तन है फास्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट इफेक्ट वाज ऑन ह्यूमनिज्म मनुष्य जो चिंता और चेतना रे परिवर्तन हला से जो ह्यूमनिज्म कथा जे मनुष्य द सेंटर ऑफ ग्रेविटी हमें जहां डिस्कशन करूछु सबुथर केंद्र रे अछि मनुष्य से कथा डिस्कशन आरंभ हला and it starts from your Italy with Petrarch. You might have heard the name of your Petrarch. He was the earliest your Renaissance thinker. So, tapre humanism develop kala. Next kon achi? Hello? Are you having the material?
New
Yes.
education.
kon lekha hai chi तुम पढ़ ना करो
Education, sir.
No,
हाँ
sir.
Education.
No, sir.
New education.
enlightenment अछि kon अछि hello
New
Yes, sir.
education, sir.
आप
New
hello
education,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
New education.
new education yeah what is new education the
ନୂତନ
same
ଶିକ୍ଷା
thing
ନୀତି
huh?
ନୂତନ ଶିକ୍ଷା ନୀତି
ନା 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 ଏଥିରେ ନୂତନ ଶିକ୍ଷା ନୀତି ନୁହଁ the impact of Renaissance which started from your Italy and starting from humanism it had its effect in various walks of life so education माने before that the three R ଆମେ जोटा reading writing जोटा कहूଛୁ that was confined to the religious matter now that went a step further and the progress of education it enlightened the people it enlightened means it broadened the mindset of the people and gradually it developed gradually and in other walks of life also I am what precising it আমার সময় বহুত কম বলে কি সে উপরে ডিটেল ଯିବା ଲାଗି ସମୟ ମିଳୁନି ତ ମୁଁ ସେଟାକୁ ପ୍ରିସାଇଜ କରି ଦଉଛି you talk of literature imagination came into the mindset of the thinkers ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟା କହୁଛି imagination କଳ୍ପନା you might have heard about the famous Roger Bacon what he told that the day will come and when men will fly like birds and in literature you might have heard in the late period there was your Shakespeare these were the people starting from your Roger Bacon up to your Shakespeare there was different developments in the thought of the thinkers and writers that started changing the mindset of the people gradually and you talk about geographical discoveries also that geographical discoveries which started in discovering the sea route to America and India it changed or it opened a new world ଆମେ ଯେତେବେଳେ ଦେଖିଲୁ ଯେ ଏଇ ଯୋଉ ରେନାସାଁ ର ଚିନ୍ତାଧାରାରେ ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ ହେଇ ଯେ ୟୁରୋପିଆନ ମାନେ they started discovering sea route to India, America and India that changed the total scenario in the total scenario in your world history ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟା ଦେଖିଲା ଯେ ଆମେରିକା ଓ ଭାରତ ଆବିଷ୍କାର କଲା ପରେ ତାମାନେ it opened the floodgate of your trade and commerce ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟା ବ୍ୟବସାୟ ବାଣିଜ୍ୟ କହୁଛୁ ସେଥିରେ ଗୁଡା ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ ହେଲା and why it happened before that nobody ventured into the seas. କିଏ ସମୁଦ୍ର ଭିତରକୁ ଯାଉନଥିଲେ, ତାର କାରଣ ଥିଲା ଯେ there was blind beliefs and superstitions, and because of that blind belief and superstitions people scared to venture into the seas. ଲୋକମାନେ ଡରୁଥିଲେ ଯିବା ଲାଗି, କାରଣ ଧର୍ମଟା ଏ ପ୍ରକାର ଜାବୁଡିକି ରଖିଥିଲା, ଆଉ ଲୋକଙ୍କର ଯୋଉ ବ୍ଲାଇଣ୍ଡ ବିଲିଫ ଥିଲା ସମୁଦ୍ର ଭିତରକୁ ଗଲେ ଅସୁର ଖାଇଯିବ କି କଣ ହେଇଯିବ, ସେଇ ଚିନ୍ତାଧାରା ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ ହେବା ଦ୍ୱାରା geographical discovery ଯୋଉ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଲା, that was the beginning of the floodgate of your trade and commerce. ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟା ବ୍ୟବସାୟର ବାଣିଜ୍ୟ ବସତି ଲକ୍ଷ୍ମୀ ବୋଲିକିରି କହୁ, ସେଇ ତା ଦ୍ୱାରା ସେଇ ଯୋଉ ନୂଆ ଡିସ୍କଭରି ହେଲା ଆମେରିକା ଆଉ ଇଣ୍ଡିଆ ସ୍ପେସିଆଲି trade and commerce ଯେତେବେଳେ ଡେଭଲପ କଲା, ସବୁଥର ମୁଖ୍ୟରେ ଅଛି in each and everything you talk of any state, any civilization, any culture, the center is economic progress. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଅର୍ଥନୀତିରେ ପ୍ରୋଗ୍ରେସ ହୁଏ, ଅର୍ଥନୀତିରେ ଅଗ୍ରଗତି ହୁଏ, ସେଥିରେ ସମାଜ ଅଗ୍ରଗତି କରେ, ଦେଶ ଅଗ୍ରଗତି କରେ, and like that when these two new sea route were being discovered, that opened the floodgate of your trade and commerce. In the field of your science also, new thought and new inventions were being made. You might have known about Copernicus, Galileo, later part Newton. All these people turn around the scenario. ସେମାନେ ଯୋଉ ପ୍ରକାର ଥିଲା ସେଇ ସମୟକୁ ପରିବର୍ତ୍ତନ କରିଦେଇଥିଲେ. And another development was in the field of your print technology. And you might have known that printing machine, it was being invented in Germany. ଆମେ ଯୋଉ education କଥା କହୁଥିଲା, education was in a static state. Education ସ୍ଥାଣୁ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ଥିଲା. ସ୍ଥାଣୁ ଅବସ୍ଥାରେ ଥିଲା means everything was being handwritten. It was handwritten manuscripts. But with the invention of your printing machine, there was progress in the field of your education. And ଯେତେବେଳେ ପ୍ରଥମ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଲା, ବାଇବେଲ ଛପା ହେଲା, and it started from Germany and it spread to different parts of the European continent. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଲା, it affected the religion and resulted into reformation. Printing machine ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେବା ଦ୍ୱାରା religion became controversial. Christianity became controversial. ଯୋଉଥିରେ reformation ଆରମ୍ଭ ହେଲା, and that reformation ଯୋଉ reformation ହେଲା ସେଟାକୁ Christianity କୁ ଦୁଇ ଭାଗରେ ବିଭକ୍ତ କରିଦେଲା, Protestantism and Catholics କରି. So it is because of the effect of your Renaissance. So in nutshell we can say that due to Renaissance there was a new change in your European continent, or we can say that that was the beginning of the modern world. And this Renaissance, which continued for more than 350 years, for a span of 350 years, it affected or it helped in the growth of different European your countries. And after that କଣ ଅଛି, Renaissance ସରିଲା ପରେ କଣ ଅଛି ସେଥିରେ, theories of the state ବୋଲିକିରି ଅଛି ନା ଏ ୟୁନିଟ ରେ. ହ୍ୟାଲୋ ହ୍ୟାଲୋ
Yes, sir.
theories of the state ବୋଲିକି ଅଛି. ଏ ବୁକଲେଟ ରେ ଉପରେ କଣ ଲେଖା ହେଇଛି, କ୍ୟାପସନ କଣ ଅଛି,
Theories of the modern world.
theories of the modern world. Do you know what is state? Do you know what is state? स्टेट माने कौन जानिଛ? Why Renaissance is being related to your state? Have you heard of any revolution in European continent? कौनसी रिवोल्यूशन विप्लव ना सुनिଛ कि? फ्रेंच रिवोल्यूशन कथा सुनी न? You are talking about रूसो.
Yes, sir.
मैं रूसो को
Yes, sir.
रूसो कथा कहूतलो ना ता आगरू?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
रूसो कथा कुआ होतला एटा का कथा एटा it is regarding French state France.
France.
फ्रांस रो कथा कुआ होतला सेटे आउ जणे की आंसर देथला मॉन्टेस्क्यू बोली करी.
Yes,
ଆଜ୍ଞା
sir.
ସାର୍ ମୁଁ ଦେଇଥିଲି।
हाँ तो why you talked of that your people because they were thinkers, they were political thinkers.
Yes, sir.
आमा गोटे पीरियड देखुछु एनलाइटमेंट पीरियड ए जो हमें रेनेसां रो जो इफेक्ट कला जो विभिन्न क्षेत्र को जो ये कला अफेक्ट कला से भितर one of the development was your enlightenment. Enlightenment माने हमें लाइट देखुछु लाइट रो एनलाइटमेंट जो डेवलप हला that is एज ऑफ रीजन बोली करी कुहा गला एज ऑफ रीजन माने whatever I say you will accept तुम सब ग्रहण करिवो कि मु जा कहले
Yes, sir.
नो है सुनो मो कथा एग्जांपल दउची whatever I will speak will you accept it? Will you accept? मो एथरे इंग्लिश लिटरेचर पढ़ेले पढ़िवो नो है because you have the power of reason तुम क्वेश्चन करि परिवो मते जे सार एटा काई पढौचंती बोली करी. So in that context when Renaissance developed enlightenment came about. Enlightenment means there was a period when enlightenment developed. Enlightenment was based on the idea of your progress. तामने सबु किछि प्रोग्रेस होउची देयर वाज नो प्रोग्रेस बोली कि एमतिया किछि ना प्रोग्रेस चालीची प्रोग्रेस चालला संगे देयर इज द इफेक्ट ऑफ योर साइंस आल्सो साइंस रो भी तामने अवदान रहिची एंड बिकॉज़ ऑफ दैट एनलाइटमेंट वी यूज्ड टू से एनलाइटमेंट तामने नुआ उज्जवल प्रदान जो कला बोली कि हमें कहलु सही समय रे एंड इन दैट वे there were various thinkers जो serious thinkers भितरे तुम रूसो गोटे थिले ता वोल्टेयर मॉन्टेस्क्यू ता आगरो हम आरंभ करबा माने दांते रो डिवाइन कॉमेडी आरंभ करी करी आसी के हम पहुंचबा रूसो पाक what they talked about the nature of the state जे आमे जो स्टेट रे रहउछु स्टेट को प्रकार हवा कथा लोक मानकर whether there should be freedom for the people or not whether there should be a ruler or not in that way enlightenment created a new consciousness throughout the European world and after that there is a concept called the theory of state. Do you know what are the components of state? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
State माने कौन? Hello? आम जोटा स्टेट कहूँ आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट पॉलिटिकल साइंस ये जो इग्नोर जो कोर्सटा अच्छे it is an interdisciplinary study माने it is related to political science it is related to anthropology it is related to sociology to every branch it is being related and in that way the book is being written or the material is being written so in that way am a state कहले in a state normally there are four components charity जिनस थाए fast population नेक्स्ट है टेरिटोरी, नेक्स्ट है गवर्नमेंट, फोर है सोवरेनिटी. These are the four features of a state. And when I am talking about the theories of the state, जो थिंकर्स पॉलिटिकल थिंकर्स मानकर कथा कहा जायछि आ जो थिंकर्स माने कहिसंती बिफोर दैट लेट मी एज्यूम द फंडामेंटल्स ऑफ स्टेट. स्टेट कहले चारटा इट कंप्राइज फोर फीचर्स. वन इज पॉपुलेशन, another is territory, third is government, and four is your sovereignty. Number one, without population there cannot be your state, you know it very well. Then a defined territory. Defined means defined territory je ita ita सीमा बोली करी गोटे. Number two, number three होची government. Without government there cannot be a state. Why? If there will not be a government, then there will be lawlessness. अराजकता देखा जीव. There will be chaos and confusion in the society, in the state. So सेथिलागी government is required. Government is essential to maintain the state. And the fourth one is your sovereignty, सार्वभौमत्व. सार्वभौमत्व माने you might have seen that, for example, Napoleon conquered a number of states. तामाने से अलगा राज्य जेतेबेले आक्रमण करुथिले और अधिग्रहण करुथिले माने तार सार्वभौमत्व को से छड़े आणुथिले. सही जगह से ऑक्युपाई कले माने सही तार सार्वभौमत्व को निज अधीन को नहीं आणुथिले. दैट इज कॉल्ड सोवरेनिटी. एंड इन दैट वे various thinkers have given different ideas about the state. What is a state? Number one, state, whether there should be freedom for the people, absolute freedom for the people, or the state. Number one कथा हला जो political thinker माने कहचंती मुख्यतः सेटा नंबर वन राज्य रे को प्रकार सरकार हवा दरकार. सरकार को जिनस उपरे गुरुत्व देवा कथा. whether there should be liberty for the people or not, whether এটা कैपिटलिस्ट स्टेट की सोशलिस्ट स्टेट, पुंजीपति सरकार पुंजीपति राज्य ना जो राज्य रे समस्तंकर समान अधिकार थिबो. ए रिगार्डिंग दिस आइडिया there are different concepts. and you जदि बही को पढ़ी थिबो से भितरे लिखा है starting from Rousseau to your Karl Marx. So many political thinkers have given so many ideas, so many they postulate different theories also. What is a state and what the government should, what are the duties of people, and in this way normally in each and every state there should be a government. As you know, at that time most of the rulers were having absolute powers. जोटा कि हमें फ्रेंच रिवॉल्यूशन रे देखिला. ये फ्रेंच रिवॉल्यूशन आरंभ हैला काहे कि मुख्यतः सेमान को जो राजा जो गुड़ाक थिले बोर्बन डायनेस्टी, दो डायनेस्टी थिला समय रे लुइस 16 थिला समय रे जो फरासी विप्लव हैला काहे कि हैला मुख्यतः बिकॉज ऑफ द रॉयल एब्सोल्यूटिज्म. ये तांकर जो क्षमता बाहरे से माने काम करूथिले आओ दे वर डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली टॉर्चरिंग द पीपल. तो ता आगरो रूसो कहिथिले ये इन हिज बुक से गोटे जो कहिथिले देयर शुड बी अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट इन बिटवीन द स्टेट एंड द पीपल. लोक मान को भितरे आओ स्टेट संगरे देयर शुड बी अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, गोटे एग्रीमेंट हवा दरकार. एग्रीमेंट हवा इथिलागी दरकार जे लोक माने चाहिले they can deprive the ruler from his powers. So directly or indirectly, he talked about your democratic ideas. Then so many your political thinkers like Hobbes, Locke, all these your political thinkers have provided different theories regarding your state. They have provided different theories regarding the state. But in this theories of the state, the latest idea was given by Karl Marx. You have you heard of the name of your Karl Marx? Hello, hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Karl Marx ର ନାଁ ଶୁଣିଛ?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
କାହିଁକି? କଣ କାର୍ଲ ମାର୍କ୍ସ କଣ କଥା କହୁଥିଲେ? What he talked about? ସାମ୍ୟବାଦ। ହ୍ୟାଲୋ।
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
ସାମ୍ୟବାଦ କଥା କମ୍ୟୁନିଜିମ କଥା ସେ କହନ୍ତି ବୋଲି କୁହାଯାଏ। କିନ୍ତୁ
Yes, sir.
that is called scientific socialism. Scientific socialism. ସେଇ ମୁଁ ଯୋଉ ଷ୍ଟେଟ କଥା କହୁଛି, ଯୋଉ ପଲିଟିକାଲ ଥିଙ୍କର ଗୁଡାକ ଷ୍ଟେଟ ସମ୍ବନ୍ଧରେ କହିଗଲେ, starting from Rousseau to you can Hobbes ଆଉ ଲକ୍ କଥା ଯୋଉ କହୁଛି, ସେଇ ଯୋଉ different theories ଗୁଡାକ ଦେଲେ, ସେ theory ଦେବା ଦ୍ୱାରା ତାର latest counter ଥିଲା Karl Marxଙ୍କର, and Karl Marx he refuted all these ideas or all these theories given by the foremost thinker. ଏମାନେ ଯୋଉ କଥା ଗୁଡାକ କହିଥିଲେ ତାକୁ ପୁରାପୁରି ଖଣ୍ଡନ କଲେ Karl Marx. Then what he did, ସେ କୋଉ ପ୍ରକାର କଥା କହିଥିଲେ? ସେ କହିଥିଲେ there should be a classless society and there should not be anything being owned by the people. There should be socialism. ତାମାନେ ଯାହା ଷ୍ଟେଟ ର ହବ ତାହା ହଉଛି ସମସ୍ତେ ରହୁଥିବା ଲୋକମାନଙ୍କର. There should be equitable distribution of your surplus. So in this way he totally ସେ ଯୋଉ କଥା ଗୁଡାକ କହିଲେ, ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ସମୟରେ ଆମେ ଦେଖିଲା ବୋଲସେଭିକ ରିଭଲ୍ୟୁସନ ହେଲା ରଷିଆରେ 1917 ରେ, ଆଉ ତା ପରବର୍ତ୍ତୀ ସମୟରେ ସେଠି ସରକାର ବି ହେଲା। କିନ୍ତୁ Karl Marx in his book, in his different books, Das Kapital is one of the most prominent, and he talked about class struggle. He talked about property. He talked about the rights of the people. He talked about the rights of the government. He talked about the duties of the state. But ସେ କାହାକୁ ଘୃଣା କରୁଥିଲେ, କାହାକୁ ଅପୋଜ କରୁଥିଲେ? He was totally opposed to the capitalist future or capitalist your government or capitalist state. ସେ ପୁରାପୁରି ବିରୋଧ କରୁଥିଲେ କ୍ୟାପିଟାଲିଷ୍ଟ ମାନେ ପୁଞ୍ଜିପତି ରାଜ୍ୟ, ପୁଞ୍ଜିପତି ସରକାର ଆଉ ପୁଞ୍ଜିପତି ମାନେ। Totally he was dead against this capitalist state and capitalist government. And in the other way, he talked about a socialism which is known as scientific socialism, and later came to be known as your communism. He talked about the state should own everything. There should not be any private property. The state, whatever he desires, he can introduce in the state for the welfare of the people, and there should be equal distribution of surplus among the people. तामाने ये जो पूंजीपति तामाने मुख्यतः जिते यूरोपियन राष्ट्र गुड़िक थिला, मोस्टली वेस्टर्न यूरोपियन कंट्रीज ऑल आर योर कैपिटलिस्ट स्टेट्स। सब पूंजीपति राज्य, पूंजीपति सरकार थिला। से पूंजीपति मानकर विरुद्ध रे से पूंजीपति मानकर माने जो प्रकार तांकर मनोवृत्ति थिला, तार मनोवृत्तिर जस्ट अपोजिट he developed the idea called socialism, scientific socialism. Later it came to be known as your communism. तो से हिसाब रे से पूरा पूरी पूंजीपति मान को अपोज करुଥିଲେ एथिलागी जे पूंजीपति माने जदि राष्ट्र किंबा सरकार जदि they were interfering in the affairs of the state or everything is being managed by the capitalist. जदि सब पूंजीपति माने मैनेज करुथिबे सरकार हो राज्य हो ताहले एथिरे अधिकांश लोकंकर क्षति हेबो. So in that way he has provided a Marxian theory of state, and that is called socialism or scientific socialism, or here later came to be known as your communism. Are you getting it clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Are you getting clearly everything?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Have you understood about state?
Yes, sir.
Acha. In the theories of the state, another latest edition is your welfare state. Welfare state. Now in India, vaccination is going on. Vaccination ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଚାଲିଛି. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Corona vaccination ଚାଲିଛି ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Why the government is providing it to the at free of cost? ଲୋକଙ୍କୁ ମାଗଣାରେ କାହିଁକି ଦଉଛି? କାହିଁକି? Why the government of India is providing the corona vaccine to the people in free of cost? କାହିଁକି free of cost ରେ ସରକାର ଦଉଛି? ଲୋକମାନେ ତ କହୁଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ମାଗଣା ଦଉଛି ବୋଲେ ଏଥିରେ ଏଟା କିଛି ଭ୍ୟାକ୍ସିନ ରେ କିଛି ନାହିଁ, ଏଟା କାମ ଦଉନି, ବେକାର ଜିନିଷ ବୋଲି. କିନ୍ତୁ ଯଦି ପଇସା ଦଉଥିଲେ ସେଇଟାକୁ ଠିକ ବୋଲି କହୁଥାନ୍ତି. So କାହିଁକି ଲୋକଙ୍କୁ ମାଗଣା ଦଉଛି? Why? Because India is a welfare state. India is a welfare state. So in this way, when we are talking about the theories of state, the latest idea in the development and growth of state is welfare state. Welfare means the objective of the state. Rajyar mukhya uddeshy, the main objective of the state is to do good for its citizen or do good for its people. ଲୋକଙ୍କ ଲାଗି ସବୁ ମଙ୍ଗଳକାରୀ କାମ କରିବା କଥା. That is called welfare state, and that provision is mostly implemented due to the effect of these political thinkers, and in most of the state welfare concept has been introduced in their constitutions. Then another state is liberal and egalitarian state. Liberal and egalitarian. Egalitarian means where all are equal. Liberal means the government should not interfere regularly in the affairs of the people. That means the government which govern least. And egalitarian means for each and every one or all are equal. Egalitarian concept means all are equal. So mostly these are all democratic provisions or democratic ideas being put forwarded at that time. Then another concept of the theory of state is your minimal state. Just before that we talked about liberal state. liberal and egalitarian state. Then another is minimal state. Minimal state means the state which will not interfere in the day-to-day activities of the people, or otherwise the people who are avoiding the rules and regulations whatever being framed by the government, and in normally they never, that government never interferes in the affairs of the people. That means a step ahead of liberal and egalitarian state. Liberal and egalitarian ଆମେ ଯାହାକୁ କହୁଛୁ ତା ଆଗକୁ ଆଉ ଟିକେ ଗଲେ ହଉଛି minimal state. Minimal means the people are having more liberty, the people are having more rights, the people will be enjoying everything, and the government will list further in the affairs of the people. Then feminist theory. Then before that, Gandhian perspective on the state. Gandhian perspective, you might have know it very well that Gandhi put forward a different ideas regarding the state, starting from Gram Swarajya to opposing even your science also. So according to ଆମେ ଯୋଉଟା ଗାନ୍ଧୀ କଥା କହୁଛୁ, he has articulated his opinion in different books and especially in Indian opinion. ସେଥିରେ ଯାହା ସେ କହିଛନ୍ତି ଯେ ଗ୍ରାମ ସ୍ୱରାଜ୍ୟ କଥା ସେ କହୁଥିଲେ. He talked about the development and growth of your villages. That has been, say idea ta, development of the villages. It has been a feature of the government since independence. And that concept is in our constitution in the field of your directive principle of state policy. And his ideas on different things, somewhere where it is being acceptable, it has been implemented in India and introduced in various fields also. For example, khadi, promotion of khadi. This was the foremost idea of your Gandhi. Then the latest in this section is your feminist theory and the state. Feminist. Feminist means it is relating to women, relating to the rights of the woman and the state. Whether the state is safeguarding the interest of the woman or not. Now you ବର୍ତ୍ତମାନ ଆମେ ସମସ୍ତେ ଗୋଟେ କନସେପ୍ଟ ରେ ସବୁ ୱାର୍ଲଡ ର ସବୁ କଣ୍ଟ୍ରି ଆକ୍ୱାଣ୍ଟେଡ, ସେଟା ହଉଛି ଓମେନ ଏମ୍ପାୱାରମେଣ୍ଟ, ଯେ ନାରୀ ସଶକ୍ତିକରଣ. And the feminist theory of this feminist theory, this is a part and parcel women empowerment. So feminist theory means, and the state, what is the relation in between the two is the laws should be framed, rules and regulations should be framed for the women or for the females in the state to safeguard their interests. ମାନେ ସବୁଥିରୁ ରାଜ୍ୟ ପ୍ରାଧାନ୍ୟ ଦେବା କଥା ଯେ ନାରୀ ମାନଙ୍କର ସମ୍ବନ୍ଧରେ ନାରୀର the women rights, regarding women rights and their privileges. And till to the 21st century, the government of different countries of the world are taking steps to provide empowerment to the woman, but still then there are a lots of shortcomings here. ଯଦି ବା राज्य अनेक किछि नारी मान को लागि प्रदान करूची, तथापि भी अनेक क्षेत्र रे they are being neglected. So these are the theories of the state starting from John Hobbes, Locke to Rousseau and up to this feminism. And in the next class, we will discuss what we read or what we discussed today. Hello, are you listening?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Aji
sir.
कौन पढ़ेला? Hello,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
what we discussed today, have you grasped it?
Renan.
Well,
Yes, sir.
so next class रे आमे जोटा पढ़िबा, please go through the materials.
Yes,
Without
sir.
going through the materials, যদি if you will not go through the materials, it will be very hard for you to understand. ଆଉ ଯଦି ଟିକେ ପଢିଦେଲେ ବେଶୀ ନୁହେଁ ପ୍ରାୟ 2 ଘଣ୍ଟା କି 3 ଘଣ୍ଟା you can devote it, then it will be well and good. Otherwise it will be quite difficult for you. Then simultaneously we will talk about how we will write the assignment. You have already written also, already might have been deposited also, but I will provide some tips to write a good assignment in the next class. Thank you very much for joining in this your class. Thank you very much.
Thank, thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.